then you throw it away. Throw it away. Just swallow slowly. Here we go. Here we go. That's it. Sorry.
그동안 주락이월드에 전설적인 장인들이 정말 많이 찾아오셨죠. 글렌 알라키, 빌리 워커, 글렌 드로나게, 레이첼 베리, 야마자키, 후쿠요 신지, 와일터키, 에디 러셀을 비롯해서 작년에도 글렌 모렌지 아드백의 빌 럼스덴 박사님, 그리고 발렌타인의 마스터 블렌더 샌디 히슬롭 선생님까지 출연을 해주셨는데, 와, 그런데 올해 정말 엄청난 분께서 주락이월드를 방문해 주셨습니다. 스카치 업계 슈퍼스타 달모어의 마스터 디스틸러 리차드 패터슨 선생님이신데요. 어떤 분이신지 이미 다 알고 계시겠지만 그래도 잠깐만 소개를 덧붙이자면, 지금으로부터 60년 전인 1966년에 16살 나이로 위스키 업계에 들어오셔서 1975년부터 50년 넘게 마스터 디스틸러와 마스터 블렌더로 일을 하고 계시고요. 스카치 발전에 기여한 공로가 커서 대영 제국 훈장도 받으셨는데, 무엇보다 절대 후각을 갖고 계셔서 별명이 미스터 노우즈, 신의 코인데요. 한때 자신의 코에 250만 달러, 약 33억 원어치 보험까지 드셨던 바로 그런 분인데, 더 이상 제가 긴 얘기하지 않고 바로 모시도록 하겠습니다. Let me introduce Scots living legend, Mr. Richard Patterson. 와우!
Very good morning.
Wow,
Very good day. Nice to see you.
As I told to my subscriber, your nickname is Mr. Nose.
The Nose.
The Nose.
Yeah, well, I've been following it for years, so it brings in many good things.
Yeah, you are third generation master blender.
That's right.
Especially you have been working as a master blender for over 50 years.
That's right. Well, in the whiskey industry, I celebrate 60 years this year.
Yeah.
So I've seen a few whiskeys flowing over the years, that's for sure.
Yeah. We're going to today learn from you how to taste whiskey
Right.
like you.
Well, I hope it's very important because honestly, over in the market, a lot of people look at whiskey perhaps not quite in the right way. But what I want more than anything is to get into the very soul of the whiskey, to actually see what it's going to express.
Yeah. Let's get started.
Okay, we're going to show you a Dalmore classic champagne cocktail. And first of all, you take a whiskey like the Dalmore 12 years old, and we do a measure just of 20 here. Now this is the Dalmore 12 years old to give the cocktail real body and real character. This is not just any champagne. This is the lovely EPC champagne, which is beautiful. 2 sugar lumps come alive. So we just pop it in there. Every day is a sunshine when we're in Korea. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Because it's a cocktail, there's whiskey in it, we say slanjiba.
슬란지바.
Slanjiba.
슬란지바. Just like a liquid sunshine.
Once you drink this cocktail, every day is a sunshine.
First, we prepared some glasses. This is 온더락 glasses,
Yes.
tumbler, and this is normal Glencairn copita with stem.
That's right, yes.
Yeah. Which one would be best?
If you're going to be drinking on a social night, this is ideal. But for nosing, it's just too big because you put your nose in, you can get all fingers in the one glass. But then 25 years ago, Glencairn Crystal came along and produced this fabulous glass. This is the Glencairn nosing glass because you hold the glass at the bottom and it encourages you to pour the whiskey in, but more importantly, to actually look at it for the first time. But for a blender, an actual blender, this is the one I've been using really for over 50 years. My father, grandfather had similar glasses, slightly different, but always the shape of a tulip, so that when you look at it, you can nose it and you can't even get your fingernail into it. Because what you're doing is concentrating all the whiskey directly into your nose to evaluate it.
근데 요거는 일단 뼈대가 좀 있네요. 할아버지, 아버지 때부터 정통 있게 해온 그런 잔이 되겠고, 뭐 이 잔도 나쁘지 않은. 요거는 이제 대중적으로 우리가 편하게 먹기 위한 그런 잔이라고 설명을 해주시는데, 엑설런트라고 한 요 잔을 가지고 가르쳐 주시겠습니다.
First of all, we have to check that the glass, the Copa Capita glass, is actually correct. So do a quick nose of it, put the whiskey in it, and swirl it around, okay? But then you swirl it around and then you throw it away. Yeah, because look, the lip of the glass, you want to make sure it's no, that's it. Just keep it round, and then throw it away.
이렇게.
So then you go back to it again, all right?
To make sure
Everything's clean.
everything is
You
clean.
don't want any odors to affect the nosing of the whiskey. Because you might have had it in the cupboard or in somewhere else. It might be dirty, it might have a detergent. You make sure that it's clean, and this eliminates that.
그냥 버리는 게 아니고 나름의 이유가 있네요.
They say in Scotland that I've got the most, the most expensive carpet in the world. Yeah. So now that you've got it, now here's your first problem, right? What you must do is make sure you hold it at the bottom. Don't hold it like this. Don't warm it like this, but make sure you hold it like that. Then you swirl it around, bring it up, and you say, hello.
Hello.
And make sure that the lip of the glass is actually touching your nose. None of this hello like this or this. You must make sure you go right into it and say hello.
Hello.
Forget the alcohol and come up and say, how are you? And then you say, that's right, quite well, thank you very much. So when you go into the second part, you're going to discover it's going to open up. It's like when I shake hands with you, all right, I meet you, and then I say, hello.
Hello.
But I need to talk to you. The more I talk to you, the more your personality comes out. And that's exactly the same with the whiskey. So when we've got it like this, we're saying hello, you're seeing the DNA of it, the chocolate orange, the cinnamon, the spice, the honey, it's all there.
제가 집에서 테이스팅할 때랑 완전히 다릅니다.
This is Dalmore. This is a luxury brand, a luxury single malt from one distillery only, going back to 1839. That's why you need to give it all the reverence and respect. So you're ready to taste it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you mustn't do is don't do that.
Don't be knocking it back, right?
Correct.
Right.
This is 12 years old. You need to keep it in your palate for at least 12 to 20 seconds. Now, this is most important. You want to evaluate it. So you put it in the top of your tongue, then underneath the tongue, and then back in the middle. Let me show you. Let me show you. So you go like that, just have a wee smell of it again, and then you go, Let it go down. Wait for it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it come up. Wait for it. Wait for it. First taste is important, but it's always the second taste. You go back a second time. Let it go down. Okay, keep it there, keep it there. Now all the flavors, because you might have had coffee, tea, nice, spicy, wonderful Korean food, but the second taste will show you what the whiskey is all about.
Wow, in second taste, I'm getting more flavor and more aroma.
That's what it's about.
Wow, this is magical.
Yeah, but people are, how do you say, pally? Do you say that? Everybody's running around. You need to stop because you need to rest and look at this whiskey in a proper manner.
The longer in mouth and the more taste.
Correct.
Right?
Citrus, almost like the tang of the orange coming in. That's the DNA that you're seeing now.
Yeah, chocolate orange,
Correct.
Dalmore's DNA.
Yeah.
Key flavor, common flavor.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
But what you're doing here, when we're having a conversation, everything's in a sort of relaxed atmosphere. That's what's so important. You know, let the world go by and make sure that you get that lovely style coming through.
제가 달모 12년을 진짜 수십 병 이상, 수백 병 먹어봤거든요. 근데 오늘 제일 많이 느꼈어요. 확실히 이렇게 오랫동안 씹어 먹듯이 이렇게 즐기니까 정말 말씀하신 그런 풍미들이 다 느껴집니다. 진짜 와, 30년 만에 위스키에 눈을 뜬 것 같습니다. 진짜 와, thank you so much.
So we've actually looked at the whiskey. You've still got that lovely flavor in the mouth. Everything's working perfectly, all right? Let's just show the other way. When you go into a bar,
Yeah.
you pour the glass like that, okay? And you've got a couple of options. First of all, you could add just a little water.
Yeah.
Just a little water. That's all it needs, all right? This is very personal. This is how you like it. But there's one thing that does annoy me. It's when I go to many different countries and I say, I'll have a scotch, please, a Dalmore. And I suddenly hear this noise going clink, clink, clink. And then he said, there you are, sir.
Scotch on the rock.
Have a scotch on the rocks.
Yeah.
And I say to them, wait a minute, why have you done this? Oh, we always serve just a scotch on the rocks. That's how it is. And then I pick up the ice cube and I went, wait a minute, hold on. How long has this been in your refrigerator? Why is that? Because it smells a wee bit of garlic and cheese. But worse still, look at the whiskey. It's absolutely frozen. So if somebody in a bar gives you a scotch on the rocks like this, what do? Because it's the only way. It's the only way. You must make sure that you just take with a little water. However, it's very personal, as I said, but if I've taken 12 long years to create this Dalmore and you've chilled it down in a matter of seconds, it's not very good.
제가 이거를 직관하게 될 줄 몰랐습니다. 진짜 스카치 온더락 달모어는 저는 안 먹겠습니다. 진짜 앞으로 평생 안 먹고요. 진짜 이렇게 제대로 된 방법으로 먹겠습니다. 와 진짜. 자 이렇게 세계 최고수분에게 직접 위스키 테이스팅 방법을 배웠으니까 이제 이 방법을 그대로 적용을 해서 달모어 위스키 맛을 보도록 하겠습니다.
We've also got this wonderful 12-year-old sherry. Remember, the character, the quality of the Dalmore comes from the cask. So that's very important, the selection of the right cask that will be compatible with your whiskey. So what you're going to see here, this is 43% alcohol. Let me just make sure your glass is right. We'll just make sure again, just to make sure. There we go. There we are. I just want to make sure this is absolutely perfect. Oh, yeah. This is 30 years old with Matusalem. So what you're going to see is, yeah, the chocolate orange is there, but you're going to start to see what we call Old English marmalade. The sort of sultanas, the sun-kissed raisins are really very much there.
Hello.
That's it. That's it. Well done. Hello. How are you?
How are you? I'm fine, thank you.
Quite well. Thank you very much. Wow. All right. So we do a slanjivar together.
Slanjivar.
Remember, top of the tongue, then underneath the tongue, back up the top. Okay?
top.
Slanjivar.
Slanjivar.
There you go. Let it go down. Right, wait for it, That's it. Okay, wait for it. Here it is, it's coming up, and you're going to get that lovely tang of the orange, but look at the orange peel this time.
Yeah,
because it's coming through a bit more. Wow. The honey, the spice, the crushed almonds. Now, as soon as you touched it there, what happened? Your eyes didn't blink, which is so important. What does that tell you? If you don't blink, that means you don't need to add a little water. Because if you go like this, this is affecting you. That's when you then perhaps use a little still water. But you took it, you held it, and that brought it up, the element of the real quality.
오늘 느낀 게 있습니다. 위스키가 맛없다고 느낄 때 있잖아요. 위스키가 맛없는 게 아니라 내가 테이스팅을 잘못하고 있는 게 아닌가를 한번 오늘 생각해 볼 필요가 있겠다. 제가 블라인드 테이스트 하면서 그냥 쉽게 먹고 이거 별로입니다 했는데 약간 반성하게 되네요. 제대로 된 테이스팅을 제가 30년 만에 오늘 하는 것 같습니다. 진짜 맛있습니다. 이게 이 위스키를 완벽히 내 것으로 만드는 방법인 것 같습니다. 여러분 진짜 테이스팅 할 때 오래 먹으십시오. 진짜. 그리고 계속 입안의 모든 부분을 닳게 하시면 진짜 오늘 사부님이 진짜 오늘 큰 가르침이에요. Next up is Dalmore King Alexander. King Alexander is connected to your history.
Absolutely.
Feel your step?
This Fury of the Stag. Yeah.
The original painting is in Edinburgh.
You've seen it?
Yeah. National Museum.
You've hit it right in the nail. It's the largest painting in Europe. It's 12 feet by 17 feet long. Painted by Benjamin West in 1786. It's about King Alexander III. There he is, lying on the ground. This is a 12-pointer stag, a royal stag, just about to rip him apart when one man steps forward. Colin Fitzgerald. He takes his spear, kills the stag, saves the king, says, I want to reward you. You can use the emblem of the stag. Even today, the Mackenzie family will have that as their logo. So when Andrew Mackenzie arrives at the distillery in 1867, he wants to remember that. So he says, every bottle will have the emblem of the stag.
I think this emblem is a symbol of respectability of
Correct.
Great history of Dalmore.
Correct. So what we have done here is we've taken 6 different styles. Port, Madeira, Marsala, Cabernet Sauvignon,
Cabernet Sauvignon,
small batch bourbon,
and
and Ma투salem sherry. So we season them into 6 separate assemblages. They are not equal parts, every one is different. But what we want to do is to express the uniqueness of a box of chocolates. What I want to show you, all right, there we go. Just 40%.
Just 40%.
And when you look at them, when you say hello, Slanjiva, hello, right? Just look at the first one, then you go back a second time, oh, wait a minute, slightly different. Then you go back a third time, no, I'm picking up something else. I'm picking up the plum notes, the crimson, the vanilla, cedarwood from the Bordeaux, the cassis from Chateau Haute Marbousy, and from the lovely Cabernet Sauvignon. Keep it there, keep it there. Full of finesse, elegance, but so many different aromas. This is a big one, but hold it long in the mouth, okay? And you'll see how easy it is. You didn't keep it long enough in the palate. Just keep it there, keep it there, keep it there. Why don't you throw a party? I want you to serve them a creme brulee at the dinner. Then give them a coffee, keep it there, and then switch the lights off. Switch the lights off, and then give them a beautiful bitter chocolate, 72% cocoa fat. And it will combine all together.
전 세계에서 가장 효율적인 위스키 같다. 진짜 very variety.
Yeah, we marry it for many, many months. In fact, it's not months, it's actually years to get that combination to come through. The reason why I've come to Seoul is to promote this baby here. This is the Dalmore 17 years old.
17.
This is matured in 3 different styles of sherry. We've got the Matusalem Oloroso from Gonzalez Baez. That is 30 years old. We've got an Amoroso, which is coming in around 15, 16 years. And then we've got another baby, which is called the Apostoles. Apostoles is 30 years old. That Apostoles is known as the Queen of Sherries. Why the Queen of Sherries? Because Queen Isabella II came to the bodegas of Gonzalez Baez on the 3rd of October, 1862. But wait a minute, where's the grapes in October? They'd already been picked. So they had to rush out to the vineyards and get the very last grapes. And they put it together and they named that Solera after the Queen. And that's why they called it Apostoles all those years ago, and it's still here to this day.
Dalmore and Gonzalez Baez have a long history.
We've got documentation over 100 years ago showing the delivery of sherry butts for the Dalmore
You
distillery.
have the document.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me show you this lovely, beautiful whiskey. This is coming in at 42% alcohol. Once again, let's just make sure everything's right for you. Yep, there we go. Let me just fling it away again, yeah. Now, remember, this is 17 years old. This is really beautiful in its own way. But what it's going to highlight more than anything is that sort of creme brulee. You're going to see the crushed almonds, but you're going to see the orange notes. But look for it more because you're going to see hints of peaches. Real beauty of peaches. Yeah.
아, 근데 진짜 풍미가 엄청나네요. 진짜 오렌지의 배에 아까 얘기하신 대로 약간의 복숭아 같은 게 있거든요. 진짜 복숭아 같은 향이.
Sorry, can I stop you there? I want to do something here. Just come up here. Just hold it again. Let's just hold it again. Because I think I want you to really get into it. And what I want, you've just done it there. You've just closed your eyes. Just smell it one more time, okay? Just get used to it. Right now, what I want to do is to hold it now. Put it in the mouth and then just hold it there. Hold it there. That's it. Don't swallow. Whatever you do, don't swallow it. Just keep it there, keep it there. Because as I said, this is a luxury whiskey. You need to give it the reverence and the time. That's it. Now, what I want you to do is to then just swallow slowly. Here we go. Here we go. That's it. I wasn't big. Right, okay.
Wow, big surprise.
See when that went cracker, what happened? Your chest went up and you were able to actually take more of the flavors in because this came up and you brought it in there, you keep it there. Now look at this. This is the now opening up that little bit more.
제가 지금 천국에 있습니다, 진짜. 와, 깜짝 놀라긴 놀랐는데, 와. 제가 사실 몇 년 전에 달모어 증류소를 직접 찾아갔었습니다. 찍은 사진들 좀 몇 장 인화해가지고 왔는데.
Ah, beautiful. Did you take a picture of these?
Yeah.
Because this is the still of Andrew Mackenzie. He put this in 1874. And what he's done here is this is a water jack. And what it does, it condenses the spirit. You get greater reflux before it goes over here. And therefore it gives us that body and character. This is what actually makes Dalmore that little bit different, more complex. It always has been a flat top to make sure it's almost parallel to give us that complexity, that reflux that gives us that character.
Reflux have increased more copper contact.
Correct.
And remove sulfuric note, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Next up is Dalmore 21.
21.
Whoa, very luxury whiskey.
You've hit it right in the nail. As soon as you said 21, I could see your reaction because this has got real age. This is 21 years old, coming in at 43.8% alcohol. We use Matusalem sherry, but this time, when it's 21, we have actually seasoned 10% of the pores of the wood have that sherry. And as soon as we add this sort of 17, 18-year-old Dalmore, it then brings that sherry up and brings it up. You don't want to dominate it, but what we're looking for, give us that lovely, what we call antique. Because when you look at it, you've got the softness, but you've got that hint of the tobacco leaves, the armchairs, the antique, the age is coming in, but it's also got great finesse and elegance.
Wow.
Just do a relaxation, keep it there.
Wow.
A little bit of an impact to begin with. So if you want to even make it even a bit more, have a black coffee. And this just goes absolutely perfect.
미쳤습니다. 진짜 in Korea 미쳤다. Crazy. Some licorice?
Yes,
Licorice.
you've hit it right in the nail. You are a professional indeed. Because actually that is a key word. Licorice and balsamic and molasses, actually when it comes to 18, 20, 21, they slowly come in. It's not a heavy, it's a soft licorice. So when you go up to 30, 40 years old, that's going to be a little bit heavier. I'm so pleased you've said that name. Hints of pineapple as well. That's all part of these, what we call the antique flavors.
와, 감초가 그냥 감초가 아니라 캔디나 케이크 같은 그런 맛이 나요. 술이 있어 즐거운 세상.
주락이월드.
와우. 달모어 25년 마시면서 인사드릴까 하는데 와, 오늘 진짜 제가 감동의 연속이었고요. 제가 많은 깨달음을 얻었습니다. Please say hello to Korean whiskey lover, Dalmore whiskey fan.
When we say in Scotland, Slanjiva, it means great wealth, great health. And we do it with this wonderful quaich. This is a tradition of Scotland that's going back hundreds of years. This is a cup of friendship. I think we'll do this together.
쾌히로 주시겠다고. 와.
So I would then take a drink, and then you would take a drink. But when you finish it, you put the cup above your head. Okay?
Okay.
So first of all, I want to say a huge slanjiva to the wonderful people of Korea, because over the last few days, staying here has really revitalized me with the energy, the hospitality, but more importantly, the warmth. I hope I'll welcome you, the Dalmore, in many years to come. So here we go. A big slanjiva. And then right above your head, see, nothing left. Okay, keep it there, because this is something very special. The Dalmore, 25 years old.